The last in the current series tonight at 8:30. Now on RTE1, life is anything but sweet for Sophie in Shortland Street.
And this may hurt a little bit, so I need you to be really brave, okay? There's something wrong with Billy, and you should have noticed.
Nicole!
And if you won't do anything about it, then I'm going to call his mother and tell her to take Billy to Central. Hey!
One more word, and I'm giving you an official warning.
Where have you been, pray tell?
On my break.
Which finished 25 minutes ago.
Really? I thought we got an hour for our break.
Brody, you know exactly how long it gets, so don't even try it on. This trial isn't working out so well, is it?
All right, I would have made it back in time, but I got caught up. Your ex and her new man were having a conversation, and I couldn't help but overhear it, you see.
And?
And her old man's gone away, so she's got the place to herself. And guess who's coming over for a cozy night of DVDs?
Right.
Sorry, man.
She was always going to move on, I get that.
Yeah, but with a guy like him?
But I thought she was just trying to make a point. Threatening to take me to the cleaners at the same time shoving the worst guy in the world underneath my nose.
Take you to the cleaners? Can she do that?
No, she got a free meal, that's a lot. But, I mean, Ashton Fuller, she can't be serious.
You want him out of her life? I can arrange that.
How?
Well, there's all these nasty rumours floating around about him. There's got to be some truth in it. I could ask around, get the facts.
And then find a way to let Sophie know.
Chicks always shoot the messenger, and in this instance, you don't have to be the messenger.
It was only the most frustrating shift I've ever worked. This kid came in, Billy. Has TK made a formal complaint?
No, but he said you were obstructive and insubordinate. And I saw that with my own eyes, didn't I?
He wouldn't listen to me. This little boy has
It was
something...
only your second shift in ED. You were meant to be learning.
But this kid has something underlying. I'm sure of it. And I tried to talk to TK about it, and he shut me down.
While you're welcome to express an opinion, the doctors say is final.
The doctor is wrong.
No, it's your attitude that's wrong. Who do you think you are?
An experienced scrub nurse who spotted something amiss and...
Oh, that's much better.
I know I'm right. So... let me go back down to ED tomorrow, and I will convince TK to get that patient back in, and...
No, I don't think so. You're out of ED.
I'll pull my head in.
No, your instinct was right the first time. You don't belong there. I'm rostering you elsewhere.
Hope your day was better than mine.
My day hasn't even started yet. I'm on a night shift.
I'm doing a few more hours. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just feeling a bit sick.
Heard from your mum?
She's not allowed to call. And the rehab centre have told me to stop. Apparently I was making a nuisance of myself, phoning every day.
Well, it's natural to be concerned, but she's exactly where she needs to be. She'll come out the other end happy and grateful. You wait.
Yeah, I really, really hope so.
Yeah, you've done everything you can. Hey, maybe you should ask a locum to work for you tonight. You're looking pretty pale.
Oh, I'll survive.
How come you haven't left yet?
Rachel's working late. I can hardly leave without herself.
Very convenient.
Don't worry, I won't cramp your style. I'll get some dinner at the IV or somewhere. What are you making?
You are not gate crashing my date. It's bad enough you hanging around to check him out.
Sophie, I have no intention of And here he is.
Behave, Dad.
Good evening. You'd be Ashton.
Ash, and you'd be Sophie's dad.
Callum Mackay. How lovely. You shouldn't have.
Sorry, don't mind him. He's not meant to be here. And thank you.
Sophie thinks I'm deliberately delaying my trip so I can get to meet you, Ash, and the fact is, I have.
Dad.
Fair enough. Probably not what a father wants to hear, that his daughter's dating one of her lecturers.
I can't say I was over the moon.
I like Soph. I respect her and I enjoy her company. The last thing I want is for her to get into any trouble. I don't want to get into any trouble myself, which is why we've agreed just to hang out as friends, get to know each other.
Really?
If later on we decide we'd like to enter into a relationship, then I want to be open and transparent with everyone, my work colleagues included.
How very sensible.
as opposed to spontaneous and passionate, well, sometimes you can't afford to be. I'm just happy to spend time with Soph.
Good. Well, great to meet you, Ash. I hope you two enjoy your time together.
Thanks, Dr. Mackay.
And call me Callum.
That doesn't seem fair.
Because it's not. He wouldn't even listen, just like TK. What is it with these men?
Scotty was pretty keen to get you an ED. You must feel really strongly that you're in the wrong.
Oh, no way, you're not.
I'm not what?
Taking Scotty's side.
I'm not taking anyone's side. Not without hearing the full story first.
Okay, this kid, Billy Hammond, he's suffering from an undiagnosed injury.
You think?
I'm 99% sure. He has unexplained bursitis and he needs an X-ray or to see a doctor at Central or something. If I just call the family...
Call the family and recommend they get a second opinion? Nicole, you can't.
Why not?
Because you'd be grossly undermining TK, who happens to be an excellent doctor. You know that's true.
Even the best make mistakes sometimes.
You're just not used to ED. Patch and dispatch, that's how it works down there.
And if it puts a little boy in danger?
The doctors in ED know what they're doing. Let it go, Nicole.
Girls, enough. Why don't you go out and have a nice glass of wine? I'll stay and look after JJ while you relax and forget about work.
Good idea.
Forget about work.
Hiya, I'm just here to give Mr. Hallowell his drugs.
About time. I did chart it almost an hour ago.
I know, and I'm sorry. But I called home and found myself breaking up World War III. The kids were meant to be at a movie tonight with friends, but we had an unexpected bill, so they had to stay home. And Murray's
For
working
goodness sake, do you think anyone around here should have to give us stuff?
Eh?
When you are here at work, you should be 100% focused on doing your job competently. You don't hear anyone else making excuses, do you?
Hey, you going out?
Yeah, I left a textbook back at the hospital.
You don't mind this, do you?
No, it's great.
You sound surprised. Did you think I was gonna decorate the place with pin-ups of boy bands or something?
That would have called for an emergency flat meeting. Good evening, all. Although, maybe not so good for you. Hey? I just finished having a beer with an old mate of mine. His girlfriend works at the student union at Tech. And?
And I wouldn't want that Ash guy anywhere near my sister. That is all I'm saying.
Why? What have you found out?
Okay, 4 walls, all right?
Yeah, 4 walls.
We know all these rumours we've been hearing about Ash coming on to his students.
Rumours, that's all. Nobody has ever proven anything.
Get this, 2 years ago, a female student laid a sexual harassment complaint against the dude. It was dropped when they reached a private agreement. That's why there's no official black mark against his name. That's how he got away with it.
Are you sure?
I just said I got it straight from the boyfriend of a girl who works at the student union. They're all over this stuff. Confidentially, of course.
But it's not like Sophie's going out with a guy. He's just helping her catch up on work. She knows where to draw the line.
Are you kidding? I heard them making a date this very afternoon.
Yeah. She came and got her DVD back so that they could watch it together. I thought he was okay, the creep.
Sorry, mate. Hey, wicked poster. Do you want a hand putting it up?
Hey, what are you doing? I'm going to try and drag my workaholic girlfriend out of this building.
He's hoping you get out of town before the sun comes up.
We better. Oh, one good thing, I met Sophie's new boyfriend.
Well, Ash Fuller. He's not her boyfriend. I'm sure he wishes he was.
Yeah, I know it's complicated. He's a lecturer, a little bit older, but maybe that's a good thing. He seems to have his head screwed on.
Don't say screwed.
He assured me his intentions were good. They're not romantically involved. They're just hanging out together, getting to know each other.
Did she say that?
No, he did. He seems like a pretty decent guy, Hunter.
So where are they? Round at yours?
Yeah, she's cooking him dinner. Why? Is there a problem?
I don't like the guy. I don't think he's good for Soph.
Well, I do, and so does she. Look, she's had precious few happy moments lately, so don't go round there and bust up their evening.
This was a really good idea.
Yeah, on your one. But I'm still worried about Billy.
What?
I can't help it.
Changing the subject now. Shall we order some tapas? Oh, except Mum has got dinner in the oven. Nicole, don't ruin the night, please.
How am I doing that?
By obsessing about work?
I am not. I think it might be an old bone injury which is healed with a deformity.
If that were the case, the kid would be in pain and the parents would have brought him in?
Not all parents do that.
Right, so they're abusing him now?
I didn't say that exactly.
So they brought him in for a splinter today, but they've ignored a bone injury. Honestly, you're just making up stories now.
Oh, at least I care.
Where are you going?
To the hospital to get the Hammond's phone number.
No, you are not. We have just ordered this bottle of... Nicole!
Come on, up we go so the doctor can listen to your lungs.
Here we go.
Phone, Wendy?
It's not my family, is it? Sorry, take over here?
I don't think so. Tell the caller Wendy will phone back on her break.
But they know not to ring unless it's urgent.
On your break.
Right, we're done here. Thank you, Mrs. Riley.
Get back here.
I'm really sorry, Dr. Freeman, but if there's some kind of emergency, then I need to go.
Mrs. Riley needs her antibiotics administered and her IV fluid started.
And I'll do all that as soon as I've phoned home.
You'll do it now.
My husband's on a night shift as well, and the children promised not to ring unless something was wrong.
I don't care.
I'm aware of that. You've already said you don't give a stuff. You may have a heart of stone, but that is not my problem. I have a right to check on my children, and that is what I'm doing.
Man, I love that movie. I never get sick of it.
Have you seen the sequel?
I've got the sequel. Should we do it?
I'm in.
Okay, get it.
Not your thing?
It's all right, I'm just thinking about my sister.
Right. The date with the root rat.
Yeah, she used to think he was a root rat, then somehow, I don't know, she just changed her mind.
We girls hear what we want to hear.
Yeah, I know. I just wish I could say something to her.
Why can't you?
She's just come out of this marriage, and let's just say with Soph, there's this pattern.
Ah, he was a sleaze as well?
Yeah, and the rest. So if I'm down on Ash, she'll just think I'm down on anyone she's with.
But if you let it go, how's she going to know that she's doing what all women do at some time in our lives? Going for the bad boy. So cliched, but so true. You're her brother. If you're not going to look out for her, who is?
The Hammonds are back.
Well spotted. We have you to thank for that.
Really?
Mother said she couldn't stop thinking about what you told her, and so she got Billy out of bed and dragged him back in here. You freaked her out, Nicole.
But it got her back here. It's a good result as far as I'm concerned.
Actually, it doesn't concern you anymore. And what are you doing back here? You're off duty anyway.
Going beyond the call. I care, so sue me.
And what if TK finds out that you've wasted everyone's time and worried Mrs. Hammond unnecessarily?
I'm pretty confident that that won't be the case.
Well, even so, you are pretty close to the bottom of TK's favourite person list right now, so if I were you, I'd get out of here.
Sure. But no matter what you or TK say, I'm not sorry.
G'day. I just wanted a word with my sister.
She's getting changed. She spilled salsa on her top.
Then I can talk to you instead.
Sure. What's happening?
Well, what I'd like to happen is for you to walk out that door and never come back.
Eh?
Soph isn't the first student you've tried to hook up with. One of them even made an official complaint. But you paid her to withdraw it, which I guess is how you've kept your job.
Nice research, Hunter, except you've got it all wrong. If you'd been a bit more thorough, you would have learned that the accusation was false.
Sure.
I'm not going to stand here and justify myself to you when I know that I'm the innocent party. But what I will do is give you the opportunity to take me at my word. And believe me when I say that I have only the best of intentions where Sophie is concerned. You and I both care very much about her. So, let's pretend this conversation never happened. We good?
No, we're not good. I don't believe a word you say. There are too many stories, not just the harassment case.
Of course people make up stories. I'm young, I'm okay looking, I'm in a position of power, so...
And don't you just love that?
You know, this protective big brother routine is actually degrading and insulting to Sophie. I think she can make her own decisions, don't you?
Yeah, she will. Once she hears the full story about you.
If you think threatening me is going to stop Sophie and I from seeing each other, you're wrong again.
You don't know Sophie as well as you think. As soon as she hears that you've had an official complaint laid against you, she won't give you the time of day.
We'll see, won't we?
Can I help you?
No. Dr. Freeman hasn't spoken to you?
No. Why? What's happened?
We had a little run-in. She refused to let me take an emergency call from my family, but I took it anyway.
Wendy.
Well, the kids are home alone, and I thought something had happened.
And had something happened?
Well, the credit card was declined for the pizza they ordered. I guess in their minds it was an emergency. I gave them a real telling off.
And you apologised to Dr. Freeman?
I may have lost my temper a bit, but she is a complete nightmare to work with. I try to get on with everyone, even if I don't like them. I make an effort. But that Brooke, she is something else. If she smiled, her face would crack in 3 different places.
Maybe there's a reason for that. You're not the only one with personal problems.
Well, what's hers? The department store is out of her favourite lipstick? You can't tell me that woman knows a thing about being in the real world.
Her mother is a chronic alcoholic, and Brooke's just been through the unpleasant experience of having her hauled off to rehab.
Huh. But I didn't know.
Now you do. Keep it to yourself.
Sorry, I'm such a mucky pup, but don't worry, I will wear an apron when I make our dessert.
I have to go.
Oh, why?
I just do. Night, Sophie.
Whoa, wait, what's wrong?
I don't think we should see each other anymore.
What?
I think I should stick to my resolve, follow my first instinct.
I don't understand what you're saying.
This isn't going to work while you're the student and I'm the teacher.
But I thought we were going to take things slow.
I've changed my mind.
Well, what did I do? Well, what was it? Because one minute we were fine and happy, and then suddenly... I mean, I must have said or done something.
Look, you've just come out of a pretty messy marriage. Your family don't want to see you get hurt anymore, and I can understand...
My family's fine. You saw my dad just before.
Yeah, but your brother's not.
What?
He called in just now and said a few things, and he's right. It's too difficult. Maybe when you've graduated, we can see where we're at. Goodbye, Sophie.
Oh, come on. I already said I'm sorry.
Leaving me here on my own like a loser.
I know. I'm bad, bad, bad.
You're doing it now, aren't you?
Doing what?
Thinking about that patient.
No.
Morning, boss. Here for day 2 of my trial?
It was a one-day trial, and by all accounts, your coffee tasted like soil.
What? Who said that?
Mate, I get it. The bad mood.
Sorry?
We've been up thinking about it all night. Sophie and her teacher alone in a cosy house.
Yes, all right, that'll do, thank you very much.
But I have good news for you. Ash, and a former student, and a sexual harassment claim.
Yeah, and how is this good news? Sophie was with him last night.
Well, settle, settle. I told Hunter about it, and he went burning around to save the day. Or night, so there you go.
So Hunter got rid of him?
Probably.
Well, you don't know.
I crashed out before he got home, so... What? My trial?
TK.
Right. Any guess you want to know about Billy Hammond?
No, she wants to say she's sorry for being pushy yesterday.
Hey, it's okay. I owe you an apology, Nicole.
What happened?
Well, the x-rays showed an old distal femur injury which was left untreated. That caused the osteomyelitis, which caused the bursitis.
Whoa.
How could it be left untreated? He would have been in excruciating pain.
Exactly. So we ran a few tests, made a few calls, did a tentative diagnosis, and it turns out Billy has congenital insensitivity to pain.
Which explains why he didn't even flinch when I took that splinter out. I didn't even know that existed.
Well, it's pretty rare. We'd probably still be in the dark if it wasn't for this one.
I owe you an apology, too. I didn't need to get quite so bullshy.
Let's go.
Good girl.
Sorry. Nights are a killer, huh?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry about losing it at you last night.
Good.
Right. But, you know, maybe it goes both ways. Maybe if you were perhaps a little better at communicating,
I really
then...
don't see the problem. I tell you what the patients need, and you give it to them, supposedly.
It's just you're not the most approachable person sometimes, and that makes it difficult. I don't like having my head bitten off.
And perhaps you shouldn't be phoning home every 3 minutes.
There's no need to take your personal problems out on the rest of us.
I don't have personal problems.
I heard about your mum, and I'm really sorry. But maybe if you'd told me you were having a tough time, then I would have been able to...
No. I don't need you to empathise or understand. I just need you to do as you're damn well told when you're told. That's it.
Have a good day, Smarty Pants.
Thank you.
Nicole, feel like another shift in ED?
Sorry?
TK suggested another chance.
Well, that would be great. Thanks, Scotty. I learned heaps yesterday.
Okay, you're not crowing on about the fact that you were right and they were wrong and everyone should have listened to you, including me.
I'm just glad that the boy's getting sorted, and I intend on being less confrontational from now on. Got to keep the attitude in check.
Who is this imposter and where is Nicole?
I'm sure she'll still throw weight around every now and then.
Only if I feel I'm not being listened to.
I wouldn't expect anything less. Have a good day.
Very mature.
I know, eh?
You sure it's cool to get a lift?
No problem.
I should probably do those dishes first.
Leave it.
Why'd you do it?
Do what?
Last night you came round and you ruined everything. Ash dumped me.
What? He told me that he...
Why do you have to interfere?
You don't know everything about him.
I've heard the stories. They're not true.
Well, there was new information, okay? A sexual harassment complaint. And I told him that I knew about it.
What did he say?
Well, he claimed that he was the innocent party.
And how do you know he wasn't? And why didn't you talk to me? I'm not this pathetic little kid with no clue, you know.
Well, I was trying to protect you. I still am. I don't know what Ash is playing at, and I don't trust him, and I don't think you should either.
You don't know him. I do, and he's a good, decent person.
That's what you used to say about Kieran.
What, you think I'm going to make the same mistake twice? You think I'm that stupid?
He doesn't. He was worried about it.
Butt out, Pam.
It's Penny.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to get hurt.
But I do hurt. Ever since Kieran, I hurt and I feel lonely and sad and so stupid. But then Ash came along and fixed all that. With him for the first time in ages, I felt good. I didn't feel lonely. I didn't hate myself. But then you rode in and sent him away. And then you come back to your flat with your friends and your whoever, and I'm left alone again. So thanks a lot, Hunter.
We're back in Shortland Street tomorrow morning at the earlier time of 10 to 11. In the meantime tonight, a few practical steps could be all that stand between you and complete contentment. Find out how to be happy with a new series beginning tonight at 9:35 here on RTE1. Next today, the doctors are remembering Freya.